All right. So every year I try to start a new hobby somewhere around my birthday. I just like to keep growing. I love learning new things. So for the past year, that hobby has been Muay Thai. So being just a straight up gym rat, I set a lot of goals for myself and achieved them. And so I wanted to challenge myself in a new way, and that new way just happened to be Muay Thai. A lot of people thought I was, in my peer group, they looked at me funny because I'm over 40, but uh, you're as old as you think you are, is what I think. So, about 2, 3 days after I turned 47, I made a phone call, did a trial, loved it, signed up. And so now I want to talk to you and give you my experience and what I've learned a year in on this thing, on this journey. So we're gonna start with the equipment I think you should come through the door with. Let's go. Here's my gym bag and what I got in it. So first things, gloves. I think you should have your gloves ready to go when you get in there. I don't know how your gym is set up, what program they would have you on, but I believe you should at least try to have some gloves just in case they want to start you there and get you right in there. Don't be afraid, just have some gloves. I recommend the 16-ounce gloves because I believe it's kind of a standard um, training glove size or weight. So 16-ounce gloves. I'm not sure about kids, but for adults, I will go with the 16-ounce gloves, and I'll try to link all of this stuff in the description just to, give you some guidance. You can buy the same brand or whatever, or you can find something else you like, but I'll just show you the ones that I've tried, used, and I can vouch for. So, gloves. Next, I have in here some hand wrap gloves. So now I have hand wrap gloves. A lot of people, they just go with the straight hand wrap, but I don't like to waste all that time wrapping my hands and all of that stuff. I'm not trying to go pro or anything like that. I just want to get some training done. So this seems to be the most efficient way. They work. They make my hands feel safe and secure. So I use them. All right, hand wrap gloves. Next, what we got? Let's go here. So these are ankle supports, kind of compression for your ankles and your Achilles and things like that. Because when you're throwing kicks and doing certain moves in there, you're gonna be flexing your Achilles, coming up on, flexing your calf because you're coming up on your toes with a lot of stuff. You're bouncing on your toes. You're staying mobile and ready to go and springy, and that can really tire out your Achilles, your feet, things like that. So these are good for that. Never knew what they were. They just looked cool when I saw people on TV wearing them until I needed them. So these are the compression ankle sleeves um, to give you that support. Now, what else we got? All right, most definitely, you're gonna need some good old fashioned shin guards. Now, there are some other shin guards. The first shin guards I bought, they were more like soccer shin guards or something like that. They said they were for martial arts and things like that, but no, no, because when you go to training and you're training with somebody and you're just running through drills, just learning everything, if they got something like this and you got those bad boys, you're gonna feel it. No, you want to go with something like this with some support and some cushion for you and some protection for you. So I'll link this too. You can check it out. And like a lot of stuff, let me tell you something. A lot of look, I like to go the cheapest route for whatever I'm doing, and then I'll work my way up. But I like to get the most bang for my buck. So a lot of this stuff is is a good budget. It's a good budget because, like I said, if I can make it, I'll make it first. I'm that kind of dude, you know. But of course, I can't make this. But don't tell me I won't try it though. But these right here, these are good, and I'll link that in there. Now, this other thing here. All right, you know what? Before I do that, let's do this. I don't break this out much because I don't need it. I don't use it much. So this is my mouth guard. You know, a mouth guard is good for when you're sparring and stuff like that, even with the headgear and um, things like that. But I don't spar that often. I'm in there just training and learning and having a good time. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really trying to compete. I'm just having fun, but and building a skill. Now I do know, I feel comfortable to say that I can spar, and I feel comfortable to say that I do have the skill to, let somebody understand that I know Muay Thai if necessary, but I ain't trying to go that route. I'm just having fun learning a new skill because I feel like everybody should have some organized hands. All right, that's just how I feel. Any and everybody, especially a man. Hey, don't get offended. I feel like a man should be able to lift a certain amount. I feel like a man should be able to, because you can't take that thing with you everywhere you go. So keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, segueing over to some tips. So with your equipment, I bought these bad boys right here. I'm gonna hold it like this because it might look weird. Anyway, it's dusty because there's like it's like some smell good in here. And what these do, after you finish training and your gloves are sweaty and stinky, you pop this in your glove. Each one goes in a glove, and you just let it sit there, and it'll sop up all the stink, all the moisture, all the sweat, all that stuff, so you're ready to go. Because here's the number one rule: clean your stuff after every training session. Because for one thing, it's gross, it's sweaty, and it's got bacteria and all that other stuff. Two, it will stink like nobody's business. I mean, it will stink. It will light up. And sometimes if you go too long without washing it, it'll sit in there and it'll stay stinky and it'll set. And you might have to throw that stuff away because you just can't get the funk off. You know what I mean? So after every session, if you don't buy those, you can also get like some antibacterial wipes. Wipe down in your glove, like wipe it out real good, and just let it dry. Wipe off all around here, because you want to get all the bacteria off. Do the same thing for your shin guards because they're gonna get sweaty in here with the cushion. So wipe those out. Wipe out the outside, all that stuff. These ankles, you can just throw those in the washer just like socks or something like that if you want. Your hand wraps and your hand wrap gloves, there's a few ways you can do that. You want to make sure however you wash them that this is unraveled, because if it's raveled up, it's just gonna just lock in the filth. So you want to make sure. Now what I do with mine, I soak them in my sink, in my bathroom sink. I put like antibacterial soap in there and just let them soak all day, overnight or something like that. Then I'll rinse them out, drain, wring them out and everything, and then I just either just throw them in the dryer, or depending on how the weather is, I might even just hang them outside somewhere, just let them air dry. And you're ready to go with that. Let's see here. So that's it for equipment and equipment maintenance. Some tips, some stuff that I learned. The number one thing is go in and leave your ego outside. Nobody expects you to come in and know everything off the break. And don't go in thinking you Tony Jaa or some Muay Thai champion or something like that, and you already know everything. Let the coach teach you. You know what I mean? Relax. He knows. Everybody in there knows. We have not seen you here before. We have not, and we know you. We're looking at you. You haven't trained Muay Thai before. We understand that, and so there's grace for that. Just go in, relax, have fun, and be taught. Be teachable. Let them teach you. And you're gonna grow. One of my biggest issues when I came in was I would always drop my hands whenever I'm doing stuff. I'm dropping my hands, and part of it is I'm overthinking everything. I'm trying to overthink the move that or the punch or whatever, and I'm focusing on that so much that I'm losing this over here. The key is to relax. And a lot of people say, well, I don't have the cardio for that stuff. You actually do, you just don't know it. And you will also build up to it. One of the key things that robs your cardio is being tense. So relax your body, just let your body flow when you're doing, just listen and don't try to make everything a kill shot when you're just learning it. Focus on the technique. Technique over power. The power will come with the technique. Easy. Get the technique down. Don't worry about anything else. Relax, have fun, get the technique down, and then you can start getting a little, razzle dazzle in there. That's one of the main things that I would tell anybody. Just relax. As far as like having, the coordination or something like that to be able to do some of the stuff, you're gonna look up one day. As long as you stay consistent, you're gonna look up and realize what you're able to do. Because some point along the way, I realized I wasn't dropping my hand like I normally would. But the key thing is I started to relax and just learn it. I'm learning something new. So it's important to leave your ego outside. Have fun. And as far as like flexibility for maybe like throwing kicks and stuff like that, one thing I realized is you don't need as much flexibility as you think you do. Stretch, warm up, things like that. Of course, work on flexibility, but I realized the technique aids in your lack of flexibility. So once again, focus on technique. That's the main thing, is technique. You don't have to try to just, be able to do all this fantastic stuff. Get the technique down. Also, keep your eyes on yourself. Don't worry about the next person's skill level. Work on your skill level. And don't be shy. Here's another thing. So you're gonna get tired if you don't know how to breathe properly. If you watch any YouTube videos or any movies and somebody's doing any combat sport where they're striking or something like that, they're breathing, they're making noises and stuff like that. Even though I'm still working on that part, it's important to do because it helps you to breathe and it helps you to control the intensity of your strikes and things like that, and it helps control the rhythm and the flow. So focus on that too. But really, what I found is just have fun with it. You're gonna know you're in the right place at the right gym because they're gonna welcome you in and you're gonna start to miss not being there. That happens to me. If I miss a day, I'm like, oh man, I wanna be there, And I find myself just kind of, walking around just in different situations. I'm like practicing stuff that we've been working on, and I'm thinking about it. I'm watching YouTube, and it's so fun. So it's a new year. It's a new hobby. Like I said, there's always some new challenge. There's always something new to learn. Right now, it's Muay Thai. I've been doing that for a year, and I'm going to keep going. I'm also, as far as martial arts go, I also want to check out judo as soon as I find a place to train there. I don't think my gym offers that right now. Maybe I can talk them into it. Maybe it's something they might consider. I don't know, but that is something on my heart that I want to check out. But like I said, just gained a new year, and now I need a new hobby. I'm not going to quit Muay Thai, but I am going to do a new hobby, and I will make a video about that new hobby as soon as I get what I need. I'm going to unpack it and discuss it as soon as I get it. So watch out for that video, and also like, comment, subscribe. If you got any other questions, leave them in the comment. I will do my best to find links for all of this stuff that I have if you're interested. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. New year, new hobby. Do something new. Try something. Get out of your comfort zone. There's life out there. And I'm out.